Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday and it's time for a new video, and today I'm really fired up because when I went to the store yesterday, I went in there and I found something I didn't expect to find, and that thing was the juicy marbles. Maybe you haven't heard about the juicy marbles, but I have been looking for it for weeks, actually for months, and I haven't been able to try it, but this is a plant-based beef. So it looks like meat, it really looks like meat, and what I've heard about from people who have tried this, it actually tastes very close to meat, so I'm really excited to try this one. And why, do you might ask yourself? Well, I would say there are two reasons for that. One, I just love food. I actually used to be a cook for quite a few years, and that's actually my original profession. So yeah, I have a huge passion for food and I love good food. The second reason would be that I do eat a lot of vegan food, and I really love that kind of food. And I'm not 100% vegan. I do eat fish and seafood once in a while, so I am what they would call a pescatarian. But yeah, so that's why I'm really excited about this one, because the last time I ate meat would be in 2018, so it's been a while. So first, let's talk some about this product, the juicy marbles. I know it's made in Slovenia, so it's not too far away, and it's distributed by Kale Foods AB. So I think that Kale Foods invested in juicy marbles, and then they take the product here to Sweden and they will sell it here. And I think it came to Sweden last autumn in about September, October. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not 100%, but last autumn. And at first you could only try it at selected restaurants and so on. I don't think you were able to find it in any stores. Maybe some, but not too many. And I haven't been able to find it, but now when I live in the big city of Örebro, I was actually able to find this one in the ICA Maxi over here. So I think there are some in some selected stores and maybe some of the bigger cities. So yeah, juicy marbles, tender plant-based steaks. There are two beefs in this one. Each is 113 grams, so not too big. What do we have here? Ingredients: water, soy protein, concentrate, sunflower oil, natural aromas, and then we have some methyl cellulose, like stabilization from plants, some vitamins. It's actually 20 grams of protein per serving. That's not too bad. Iron, 34% of daily recommendations. B12, that's something that is good for vegan people, because vitamin B12 is one of those that you normally get from the animal kind of food. We have 50% of daily recommended intake of that one is non-GMO, and 113 grams per steak. Yeah. It just looks, you can see here, it's frozen now. It looks like meat. But I really want to try this product, you know, like clean. What does it taste like? Normally I think I would add some garlic and maybe some thyme and make a good sauce and eat it with some roasted potatoes or something. But today I'm only going to fry it in the pan with oil and maybe some vegan butter and salt and pepper, and that's it. So let's do it. But before we do that, I just want to talk about two things regarding these kind of products. Because I think that many people would wonder, okay, so many people would say that if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, why would you like to eat something that looks like meat? That's one of the most common questions. And for me, at least, I would say that it's not about that the product has to look like meat. Maybe if you've grown up with some certain kind of food, maybe your favorite meal is, you know, Swedish meatballs with mashed potato and so on, lasagna or hamburger. Sometimes you really feel like eating a hamburger and a hot dog, but you don't feel like eating meat. I think then it's when these kind of products have their place, you know. Then you are able to eat a really good hamburger, or you can eat super good meatballs or even a hot dog. I think it's more about that you can still eat your favorite food and it tastes great, but it's not meat. I think if that makes sense, I think that's one of the reasons. So it's not about that it it has to look like meat, you know. Personally, I do eat a lot of plant-based food just from vegetables, you know, things that doesn't have an ingredients lists on the back, that are not processed and so on. But sometimes I still want to be able to eat a hot dog or a hamburger, and then I can do that. So I don't think it has to be either or, it can be both. And then just the second thing I would like to talk about. 3 weeks back I was at an event in Stockholm, and that event was organized by a person who is named Gustav Johansson. And if you live here in Sweden and you are into plant-based food, you probably know who that is. He has one of Sweden's biggest, you know, blogs about food where he shares recipes and so on, and is for sure the biggest vegan food blog here in Sweden. And he cooks vegan food, and he has also worked with many brands and taking new products out to the market. And he also has his own restaurant in Stockholm that is called Shushu. And 3 weeks back I was at an event organized by Gustav at Shushu in Stockholm, and then he said something that I think was really interesting. He was talking about the story behind these kind of foods and how they have developed over time and what he thinks about the future. He talked about, so the origin and the stories about this kind of food can be put in 4 different steps. I am holding 5 fingers, okay, 4 fingers, 4 steps. So if we go back in time, maybe 15 years back, we can call it phase 1, step 1, phase 1. Then if we take a hot dog or a sausage as an example, there would be a product that looked like a sausage maybe, but what was inside the sausage didn't really matter. It could be just crap, to say it out loud, you know. It didn't matter what was in it. It didn't matter what it tasted like. The product didn't get any love. As long as it looked like a sausage, then you could sell it and maybe some poor guy would buy it. It didn't even taste good. But then we came into phase 2, and now the whole food tech industry took another step further. So now we had things that would look like a sausage, but it would also taste quite good. Now it started to taste good, there were better stuff inside, and yeah, it was just better. And now today we would be in phase 3. The food tech industry has been taking another step forward. Now we actually have things that are really good. The market has exploded with options. It started maybe with Beyond Meat, Impossible Food back in the US, you know, and there are many other brands, but now it's since I would say 3-4 years back, it's just exploded on the market. There are so many options for vegan people or vegetarian people or people that just want to eat good food. So now we have things that really, it tastes really good, it looks really good, and there are actually good stuff inside that are healthy for you. You could even trick some people to, I have done that myself, to be honest. On one of my birthday parties, I cooked for my family and some relatives and friends. I made hamburgers and I didn't tell anyone that those were plant-based. People ate them, people loved them, and at the end I just told them, yeah, what did you think about it? And everyone loved it. And I told them it was plant-based. No one got mad, no one got angry. They just thought that, whoa, really? Oh, really? Okay, I had no idea. So now we are in phase 3. It's really interesting, and there are a lot of things happening, and we are going to take another step further, and that's in the future, and I don't think that future is very far out. So that would be phase 4. In phase 4, you know, I think it would be so much better. We will be able to have great cheese and even better meat substitutes, and the things would be healthier, better made, so it's great for the environment, and it would be really good stuff. So, and even if you don't like those kind of foods and you don't want to eat them, you don't have to, but it's great that there are foods out there that takes way less CO2 to make, so it's way better for the environment. Enough rambling, enough talking. Let's try the juicy marbles. I'm really excited and I can't wait anymore, so let's do it. And welcome to my fancy kitchen. It's not that big, but yeah, it's functional, and now we can cook the juicy marbles. So I have it right here. It has been out and out and about. No, it's been out and being defrosted. It's being defrosted, but I think it's ready. That's interesting. Yeah, this will be interesting. Let's put it in the pan and let's try it. Welcome to William's cooking show. We will start with some oil. We have a medium heated pan, so it's medium heat, a little bit above. Oil, not too much. Maybe that was too much. Butter for later. And here we go. It's a really nice custard over there. Really nice color. I love the surface. Looks really crispy. Now I've been frying it for about 8-9 minutes and I think we are approaching the end. That's it. Okay, I think it is. There we go. And about 30 minutes in, I just added some salt. I let that sink in. And when I was frying it on the pan, I put on a little bit more salt and a little bit of black pepper, oil and vegan butter, and that's it. Nothing more. Look at it, and you can see, if you look close, you can see the marbling on it, just like a piece of meat. Let's try it. It's time. Okay, I think I got it medium rare. What do you think? This just feels strange. It's so strange. Okay, here we go. It's soft and velvety in the center, but it's still a rich crust and a really nice crispy surface on top. It's so soft and juicy inside. Wow. Yeah, it feels strange. I haven't had anything like this in almost 6 years, but this was good. I actually think you could trick someone with this. If you look close enough, you would think it was something off with the texture, but it's really well made. The flavor doesn't taste like beetroot or anything. It's meaty, it's rich. There is some umami there, I would say. This was interesting and really good. For me at least, this kind of product, it has its place for sure. This is something I would definitely buy again, and I would cook it and serve it with something else, like a real meat. I would try some different recipes with it. It was fun to try. I had some high expectations here because I have heard about this one and I have read about it for at least a few weeks, and I would say a couple of months since I first heard about it, maybe 2 months ago. This is a big shift. This is a change. I think some people, they don't care. They will never buy this kind of food for different reasons, for sure. But I think that many people are going to love this. And if it's this good now already, I'm just thinking about how good will these products be in 3 years or 5 years. I would love to hear from someone who eats meats and regularly, and then taste this one and compare and hear what they have to say. Because I think you could almost trick someone with this. My conclusion is I have to give it a strong 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 because there is nothing like this that I have tried. This is something unique in its own category. If I compare this one to the other kind of 3D printed meat, this is not 3D printed, I believe, but to the 3D printed one, this is for me even better. It's a little bit similar, but the flavor and the texture is at another level. So for me at least, it's a strong 9 out of 10. It tastes good, the texture is there. I believe it's a high protein intake. What could be better is probably the ingredients. I think there is quite a lot of soy in this one still. I would like them to replace that one in the future with something more sustainable and just even healthier and even better. But for me at least, it's a 9 out of 10, this one. But what do you think about these kind of products? And have you tried the juicy marbles or something similar? And what did you think? Please let me know down in the comments. And other than that, I think that's it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Wednesday. Take care.